Glad to have you join us. This is the news at midday. I am Mojesola Shulaja. With Africa now open for business through the African Continent Free Trade Agreement, each country must leverage on its comparative advantage. Enugu State, being the industrial hub of the nation, stands to gain significantly from this. These were the words of the Commissioner for Finance and Chief Economic Advisor in Enugu State, Dr. Okubadejo, while addressing journalists on the agreement. Governor's Office correspondent Tunde Olaniro reports.
Trading under the African Continental Free Trade Agreement (AFCFTA) commenced on January 1st, 2021. In this regard, the National Action Committee on AFCFTA is working with relevant agencies to establish structures and processes to implement the rules of origin and other arrangements to enable businesses to commence trading under AFCFTA terms in Nigeria. After the inauguration of the State Technical Working Committee in Enugu State, they addressed the press to educate the public.
That's why we are here. As I said, this is a landmark agreement which presents so many opportunities. It presents a market of about 1.2 billion Africans. And out of it, Nigeria has a population of about 200 million. So we have a lot to gain by trading with other African nations. So it presents a big market opportunity.
With all the reforms that the current state government is embarking upon, especially with respect to infrastructure, the proposed cargo airport, the rail line, and also all the roads that we're putting together, we are very serious to ensuring that we take full advantage of AFTA and position the state for this unique opportunity.
They all agreed that African Continental Free Trade Agreement is the biggest economic platform in the world.
Even in terms of size, the combined GDP of Africa is about roughly $4 billion. So we can take advantage, we can cash in, and that's why we are going around all the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory to engage, to sensitize, and to inform the states and the stakeholders.
I've actually created new economic development clusters. We've created 5 of them. The Jabu Economic Development Cluster, the Remo Economic Development Cluster, Magboro, Abeokuta, and Aton Lusada. The reason why we created these clusters is really to provide a one-stop shop with value chain and synergistic effects to attract companies to come and set up in Ogun State so as to achieve global competitiveness.
The National Action Committee had earlier visited Kaduna, Bauchi, and Lagos states before coming to Ogun State on sensitization. Tunde Olaniro, OGTV News.
Well, the massive infrastructure drive of the current administration, especially in road constructions across the state and the construction of Gateway Agro-Cargo Airport, are all aimed at attracting investors into the state and to strengthen the position of the state as the industrial capital and logistics hub of the nation. Governor of Enugu State, Prince Dako Abiodun, stated this while inaugurating the State Technical Working Group on African Continental Free Trade Agreement, chaired by the Commissioner for Finance and Chief Economic Advisor, Dr. Okubadejo. Again, Governor's Office correspondent Tunde Olaniro reports.
Nigeria signed the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement in Niamey, Niger, on 7th of July 2019 to promote intra-Africa trade with other African countries. On November 11, 2020, the Federal Executive Council approved the ratification, demonstrating Nigeria is on course to participate in trading under the AFCFTA. The National Action Committee on AFCFTA is in Ogun State to sensitize the stakeholders on the benefits of the agreement. The team was led by the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, represented by the Director of Trade in the Ministry, Aliyu Abubakar.
Africa demands finished goods and Nigeria aspires to industrialize and progress beyond export of commodities.
The minister noted that the benefits of the agreement included catalyzing of Nigeria export diversification and provide opportunities for Nigerian companies, among others.
The CFTA provides immense opportunities for Nigerian companies to expand to Africa, especially in manufacturing, some of which are a pride of Ogun State. So we want Ogun State to key into the CFTA and take advantage of it.
The governor of Ogun State, Prince Dr. Abiodun, speaking through his deputy, Engineer Noimot Salako-Idele, stressed that Ogun State is embarking on massive investment drive, which will give birth to the individual prosperity of its citizens.
Our administration also acknowledges the importance of infrastructure development in investment and business promotion. For instance, transportation is very essential for effective trade, and that is why we have resuscitated the cargo airport project in Ilishan Remo. The first phase will be completed in the year 2022. This is in addition to the massive road construction projects and rehabilitation of existing ones that our administration has continued to embark upon across the 3 senatorial districts of our state.
The governor inaugurated the State Technical Working Group to partner with the National Action Committee on AFCFTA for the implementation and development of the agreement.
At this point, let me encourage the members of the National Action Committee on AFTA to synergize with the State Technical Working Group, which has been inaugurated today, towards the development of the Ogun State strategy, AFTA strategy, and its implementation. Efforts are also in top gear for the first edition of our administration's investment summit with the theme Transforming Ogun State into Africa's Model Industrial and Logistic Hub, slated for May this year.
The Technical Working Group, which comprises of Commissioner for Finance and Chief Economic Advisor, Dapo Okubadejo, as the focal person, has as members Commissioner for Industry, Trade and Investment, Commissioner for Budget and Planning, Director General, Ogun Invest, Chairman, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, Ogun State Branch, Chairman, Ogun State Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Ogun Sima. Tunde Olaniro, OGTV News.
The Ogun State Minister of Education, Science and Technology has commenced the Ogun State Teaching Experience Acquisition Channel, Ogun Teach, a special intervention scheme designed to fill the existing vacancies in public primary, secondary schools and technical colleges in the state. A statement by the Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Arigbabu, says interested applicants should possess NCE with minimum of merit in the teaching subjects, Bachelor of Arts Education, Bachelor of Science Education with minimum of second-class lower division in the teaching subjects, while those with BA, BSc in any of the primary, secondary school subjects must possess postgraduate diploma in education from reputable universities. The applicants are expected to apply or register through the Ogun State Job Portal by logging into www.teach.ogunstate.gov.ng. The period of online registration shall be between Wednesday 31st March and Tuesday 13th April 2021. Successful applicants, to be known as teach interns, shall be deployed to local government areas in dire need of their services and will be given a stipend on a monthly basis for a period of 2 years, after which they will be assessed on parameters ranging from expertise, commitment to duty, punctuality, respect for constituted authority, and willingness to work wherever they are posted to, among others. Outstanding teach interns may be considered for full employment if and when such opportunity arises after the expiration of the internship. The OGTV News at midday will continue shortly after this break.
The Ogun State government, under the leadership of Prince Dapo Abiodun MFR, in its efforts to plan for housing and infrastructure requirements, road, urban and rural renewal projects, water, rural electrification, and many more, is embarking on a property enumeration drive across the state. The project will assist the government in ascertaining the key areas to be fixed in ensuring an equitable distribution of all projects and infrastructure. This is to implore all residents and business owners to cooperate with the enumerators as they visit all houses, business buildings to capture data. Kindly provide all necessary information to our enumerators, who will be having on them verifiable means of identification. Ogun State, building our future together. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn, àjọṣe gbogbo wa ni. Announcer, Ministry of Finance.
You're still watching the news at midday. The ongoing Elite Isaliake road construction will be asphalted very soon as lane of MC1, which is preparatory to final asphalt lane, has commenced this week, as directed by the State Governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun. This is coming on the heels of the Governor's visit to the road project over the weekend. As part of his inspection and monitoring of ongoing government projects in Abeokuta, Bumi Adigun, who was at the site of the road construction, engaged the contractor.
Actually, what is happening is that the governor came on Saturday to do site inspection concerning our project, and he promised the people that they will start the asphalt. So this is the first step before we do the asphalt. This is called MC01, media cure, and it's a prime coat. So we first of all do this before we now get ready for the asphalt laying.
So how soon should we be expecting asphalt laying? How soon?
Very soon, very soon. But this first, we have to first of all do this to Okelan Toro. After that one, we wait for the weather to hurt on it before we commence the asphalt laying.
Are you going to open?
It's one of the numerous projects being executed in Abeokuta South local government area of Ogun Central, with necessary attention given as government set sight on delivery date. Kogi State is finally set to start administering COVID-19 vaccines to residents 3 weeks after Nigeria began inoculating eligible Nigerians. The State Commissioner for Health, Saka Haruna, said the state will receive doses of the vaccine today and begin rollout thereafter. Haruna said anyone willing to receive the vaccine would receive it, and nobody will be first to be vaccinated. He said further plans will be announced about the vaccination rollout when the vaccine doses are supplied. Indonesian search teams have retrieved the missing voice recorder from the Sriwijaya Jaya airplane that crashed into the Java Sea in January, killing all 62 people on board. Officials said it was found under 3 feet of mud, and it will take up to a week to retrieve the recording. The authorities hope that data from the black box can give vital clues on the possible cause of the tragedy. Flight SJ182 crashed minutes after taking off from Jakarta. Super Eagles beat Lesotho 3-0 in the final Group L match in the 2021 AFCON qualifiers at the Taslim Balogun Stadium in Lagos State. Napoli striker Victor Osimhen gave the Super Eagles the first goal 22nd minute into the match